I hope you don't mind, but this afternoon I'm going to tell you a story. It's a true story. And we don't hear very much about Mary, Jesus' mother, do we, in the Bible? We hear about her sometimes, but not very often. But the story I'm going to tell you this afternoon is when one day she was invited to a wedding and she very much wanted to go. But when the day for the wedding came, she said, "My son has come home and I can't come. And he's bringing a lot of mates with him." And the person who was organising the wedding said, "Oh, come on, bring them along. That'll be very nice. Be a lovely time. Come and enjoy yourself." And so they went. Mary came and brought Jesus with her and Jesus's friends. Anyway, I expect a lot of you know what I mean. I think Mary was a little bit worried. There were so many of them coming extra. And so I expect you've been like that, haven't you, sometimes? I used to get that like that years ago. Many years ago, I had quite a big garage and my son was keen on motorbikes. And every evening they used to gather in the garage outside, all greasy and oily, doing up motorbikes. And then they would come in and have cups of tea. I never had a cup without oil on it for days afterwards. And also the milk went quickly and I used to get fed up with it. So I expect you know what it's like. Mary was like that. She thought all those extra people at the wedding. And then a bit later in the day, I expect they had a wonderful time at this wedding. A lot of people were invited. Mary realised that they were running out of food and drink. And I expect she was concerned. And then she found out they'd absolutely run out of wine. Of course, you need wine at a wedding, don't you? Anyway, she said to them, "Talk to the Lord Jesus." And by this time, I suppose the Lord Jesus was enjoying himself with all his friends. And I don't think he wanted to know. But they spoke to the Lord Jesus and he said, "Fill all those water pots with water." I expect they wondered why they were doing it, don't you? Anyway, and then they said, drink the water. And the governor of the feast, I suppose the person who'd organised the reception, said, "My goodness, what wonderful wine this is. The best we've had up till now. And so afterwards, the governor of the feast said, "Well, we've had a wonderful time at this wedding, but you kept the best till last." And that's what the Lord Jesus always does. We're all going through funny times, aren't we? When we are running out of energy, running out of time, wasting our time and doing all sorts of things that we didn't want to do, really. But the Lord Jesus always keeps the best till last. So remember that and ask Jesus to turn our water into wine. Thank you.